I mean, I think it's absolutely staggering how newspapers have been so ineffectual in this campaign. 80% of the Sunday newspapers were pro or backing conservative agenda and had very little impact on the outcome and influence. And I think it ties into, you know, what I was saying about younger people, how people digest information, and how you speak to people through social media is so different. And looking at the newspapers, certainly how I sort of read papers was around the election, was more about sort of commentary type opinions rather than anything else. And it was I always felt when I picked up the newspaper, I'd almost heard everything I needed to hear.
You both have children that are far younger than mine, and indeed Greg. I sense that the sort of biff and bat of politics, the rather brutal, I don't think your generation of kids, they actually don't like that. They don't like that level of aggression. I think you miss by a country mile. Do you think...
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that the nuance of debate is certainly, for my kids, is part of what they grow up with. And there is no obvious one side or the other. It's the bit in between. It's the subtlety of the arguments. And my daughter voted for the first time this election, and she found it difficult on a national level to relate to either leaders, but on a local level, related to the people that best represented their party.
And this constant drumbeat, he's a terrorist sympathiser.
And they're not loyal. They're not loyal.
Did it get through?
It did. It did. But kids aren't loyal. No. In the same way. It's like with brands, and I think now we look at political parties almost as brands.